What would be the least amount that you would charge? Like when you was like down bad and it's like, man, I just need to get something. Like, you know, what like was the discounted price that a dude got one time or something like that?
The discounted price. Well, it sure as hell wasn't $40. Like 100.
Okay, so like that's like the lowest that you would go.
When you look at most OnlyFans models or Instagram models online, you would think they have it all figured out. They're in different locations, different places, on yachts, eating dinners, and man, they are balling. A lot of guys will feel even intimidated to hop in their inbox because, well, what is a guy like us gonna do for somebody like them? But that's just the real surface of it all. The real story is it's not as good as you think. It's actually a terrible lifestyle. And despite making all of the money that they do in this industry, many of them end up homeless.
To end up homeless is crazy. Before we hop into this video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe so you can find your way back. Let's get into it, y'all.
I was checking out this story from Atlanta Street Interviews. Shout out to them. And he had this lady on there by the name of McCall, and she's 35 years old and she has 5 kids. She used to be a sex worker, getting those cheeks clapped for $1,000 a night, but now she's homeless. I kind of wonder why.
Why?
First of all, there were some definite red flags. In her interview, there were some definitely red flags.
How long have you been in this, I guess, how long have you been like, you know, in Atlanta or coming up here to Atlanta?
For like a year, but I was on probation, so.
Okay, so you was handling some business. What was you on probation for up here?
Oh, Lord.
Huh?
Oh,
She said a lot.
You was beating somebody up?
I defended myself, but I pled guilty just to.
All right, so how do we get to this point? How do we get to the point to where, you know, the dads had to be taking care of the kids and you're kind of just this free spirit just roaming around? Like, what? How do we get to that point?
Well, I do have a little mental issues, and I was in and out of jail. So they.
What was like the longest stint that you did in jail?
A year, but see, I did a year consecutive, but then I kept going for like months and 3 months.
What was the year for?
20 charges. Like
20? You got 20 charges? Well, what's the worst one?
I would say
20.
shoot, the 2 batteries on a Leo. I think that was the worst.
But she was fighting the cops.
So you just be like fighting and just getting into stuff?
Well, no, they called the police on me and
You see how she got the pretty smile with the soft voice? She out here fighting cops left and right, you know what I'm saying? Be careful out here, my boy.
The history of being bipolar, some mental disabilities there. But hey, she looks regular, she looks pretty to me. But then when she said that she got arrested for doing this, it was all over.
What type of stuff do I do? I ran into somebody's house. I got charged with that. I ran into a laundromat. I got charged with that. With my car.
You mean with your car? You drove into somebody's house?
Yes, and drove into a business.
What? Oh, you crazy for real? For what?
Because I was in love and they hurt my feelings. This don't hurt my feelings.
Oh.
People gotta be.
So Marcus from Atlanta Street Interviews is going to ask her, how many kids does she have? And by how many men?
You have any kids?
I got 5 kids.
5 kids? 5 kids? Where? What you got? You got 5 kids. You're tiny. Okay, so you got 5 kids. How old is the oldest? How young is the youngest?
My oldest is 17 and my youngest is 9.
9? Okay. Same dad or different dads?
Different dads.
Okay. 5 or less? 5 different dads?
Yeah, they all got their own
different
dad.
Their own personal dad? Okay. What, like, I guess, what are your thoughts on that, right? Like, when you say that, are you like a little bit ashamed to say that, or like what are your thoughts when you say that?
No, it's just that at the time, like every time I was pregnant, I would crave another man. So that's when the other dads came.
As you guys heard, each different time she desired a new man. And guess what? All 5 of her kids live with their dad. She's the definition of a deadbeat mom.
Hold up. She said every time she was pregnant, she craved a different man. This a different type of June. this a different type June right here. But she said she got some mental health issues. But that's crazy. So you got pregnant by a bro and you just wanted to be with somebody else. That's crazy.
But still, she was out there getting those cheeks clapped and making more babies. Now let's get back to the overall story. She started doing sex work to earn some money. She tried to strip and that wasn't really doing what she needed, so she was selling her body. Well, how much was she getting to do that?
Well, okay, so I mean, like, on any given day, how many guys would you deal with?
I can't even count. But usually it wasn't always different guys. I used to keep
Have
certain
regulars
guys
and stuff.
Regulars.
Okay, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, how much would they be giving you for like just dealing with you? Like
one day.
Uh-huh.
Like it depends on who it is, on what they have. Like if somebody picks me up in a BMW and you know that shit is in 2024, I'm gonna get my money.
How much?
But let me see. Well, the white guy, oh my God, this is
Because I have a nice car, so like, so you're saying if I pull up in a nice car,
no.
like you're gonna be like 500 or
No,
something like
it
that.
depends on what we're doing. Like it's like anal sex, front sex, head.
So which one is more?
Anal sex.
And so how much would you like
charge?
Yeah.
For like 800 to 1,000, and it depends on the man's size.
So if it was bigger, it'd be more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was getting sometimes $800 or $1,000. She's getting a lot of money to do that. And guess what? She don't have any of that money now. Want to know why? Well, part of it is because she has, bipolar and all these other medical conditions going on. She needs a lot of personal help and therapy. And then just that she's unstable, still at 35. And you know what? This lady has bipolar and depression. Even the drugs don't even work, she said in the interview. But this is the lifestyle that a lot of ladies who go down this road can expect. She's 35 years old. She still looks good at 35. She's just not 21. And when you're 35 and somebody is 21, well, guess what? Most dudes that have that kind of money would most likely spend that money with somebody that is 21 or 22 or 23. It's just kind of how the world works. You're in Atlanta where there's a lot of ladies out there that can do that. They're coming from all parts of the world, and you're still not stable because you haven't gotten your life together. You only have so much time that you can IG model or OnlyFans model, and then once your bad behavior catches up with your looks, then that's when it all goes downhill. You see, women, when they're very, very beautiful and they're very young, they can overcome that. And she's still very beautiful and she's still relatively young. It's just that other people are beautiful also, and then they're younger. So it's now kind of more or less their time to shine. Just like Kevin Durant, he's still a great basketball player, he's still a great athlete. He's just not a 25-year-old athlete in the NBA. And so at certain points, he can't beat people based off of athletics anymore. He has to beat people off of skill and knowledge of the game. And that's how women should also be, or even men. Hey, when you get older and your looks and your body isn't the same, you have to beat people based on, in the dating game, if you're a man, your resources, how you treat people, and how to process yourself out of bad situations, being mature about things. That's where you actually get to the next level. But in her case, it seems like she still hasn't learned her problems. And guess what? What you used to charge for $1,000, you might end up charging for 50. That's just what it is. And that's the case. That's the reality. The price just goes down because you haven't thought about anything else you can offer besides the fact that, hey, you're pretty. And it's always going to be somebody more prettier than you.
And that's crazy. That's super crazy. The simple fact that she was driving cars through laundromats and people's houses, getting locked up back to back. But most workers, they get locked up a lot for different stuff. But she need to get help with her mental issues. The part where she said she had 5 kids by 5 different guys, that wasn't even the craziest part. It was a simple fact. She said, when I get pregnant, I be craving a different man. That was the different part. And she said she bipolar. We could see her with the 2 different shades of hair right here on both sides. Which is a little wild. So I would say, fellas, stay safe out there. Ladies, stay safe out there. It's a wild world out there. You think you be dealing with somebody, next thing you know, they driving their car through your house. And when the cops come to stop her, she gonna put hands on them too. So, be safe out there, fellas. All right. So it's your boy, What's Up, Jay? Don't forget to drop a like, comment. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Like, is this normal? Is everybody, little sex workers nowadays? Because we see the whole Diddy situation. It seemed like he had everybody as sex workers. Is everybody a sex worker nowadays? I just don't know. I don't know. I don't be paying for it. I honestly don't be paying for it. All right. So drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll be down there in the comments. I'll respond to y'all. Don't forget, it's your boy, What's Up, G. I'm going to always keep it G with you. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all today, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. It's crazy.